JJ McCarthy, very interesting. Very interesting. I like him. Um,
NFL teams still love him too. That's just what it is.
for being a quarterback, he's got a pretty good height, 6'3". So I kind of like that. And he's just I think he needs to put on a little bit more weight because he's only 202. So but other than that though, I'm not relying him on the speed or anything like that, but he can actually run kind of if he wants to. He's just not that known like big for it. So but overall he has a decent arm. That's pretty much all you can really ask for, really. So outside of this, I mean, Brian, I don't know what you like, unless you want to mention anything about. So outside of from
So
like freshman year,
I
senior
I
year,
remember him in
but
high school. I don't know if you guys know this. So I remember him in high school. He was in LaGrange. He was like Nazarene. I think it was high school. The dude was everything. Like literally could. He was when you ever be on a field when you see a guy who had just electric arm, could throw to all fields. He could run. He can read the defense. He's reading defenses in high school. So that and it just happened that he went to Michigan to one that's going to run the ball. That was not going to take advantage of his unbelievable skill. This guy, I think, goes to the right system. Goes with a guy like Andy Reid or someone to that effect. We're talking about super. This dude could be super. He has all of the skills. I love everything about him.
yeah. Uh,
I don't know. It's coming out there, I know everyone knows about it now, but if he was in the same place that Drake May was, or if he was in Caleb Williams' spot, I think
okay.
they would have won more because he's a better leader.
I think
That's huge.
his arm might be a little bit better though. Like he's got a talented arm. Like he's got my out of
Plus,
these rookies that are coming in, he's got my favorite arm. If that does that make sense? Like of all the arms coming
I
out
agree.
of these like he's got the one.
He and Jaden Daniels. He and Jaden Daniels are my two. I love
Mm-hmm.
the arm talent.
He's got
And
good
I
accuracy
love the
too.
arm angles that he does. And he's
Uh-huh.
smart with the ball.
Yeah. Outside of like being, having his arm, he can run. He's not scared to run, and he will run if he has to. Which, as a pocket passer, that's a good thing to have as a secondary to go. Overall, it's not too bad. I like seeing what he has. Excellent with like play action stuff, things like that.
Boy, zip on his ball, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Lord.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, he has my favorite arm, if that makes sense.
No, I get it. I can see it. Like, look at that.
I
Bird.
watched him a lot. My uncle went to Michigan. I've been to a lot of Michigan games in the last 3 years. I've been to at least 7. And the dude they were calling from his freshman year. Like he has it. Everything about him is good.
Yeah. So
Would it
again,
surprise you? He goes with goes to Denver and blows up the AFC.
no, I absolutely not. I will not be surprised if he goes to Denver. Good for them. Like I'm actually going to be happy because that he might be the right guy that they need there. He might be that answer because Jaden Daniels might be gone, Caleb Williams might be gone, but if he slides all the way down to where they at the 11 or 12th, actually, aren't they the 12th?
12.
The 12th. Yeah.
Yeah, 12.
They're taking him, man. They cannot pass up on him. Absolutely not.
Sean
Like this,
Payton with him, they put them together. They both from Illinois. They're both the Midwestern guys. He has the accuracy. He can fit the ball in the tight windows. I don't know what you will not want from him or not like from him. That combination is great.
Yeah, I like his completion rating too. It's about like for coming in from his freshman year, just his freshman year, he was almost about 60%. That's actually pretty good for a freshman. Most of the time, it's like horrible. They just suck. But it got better as he went on. So I don't know. I don't mind him, and he might be surprisingly really good. Like,
Is he
trust
the
me, as
one guy where you don't look at his college numbers because of where he went?
this guy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't. You know,
What do you mean?
He went to the wrong. So because he's in Michigan, Michigan knew that they're going to run the ball. You knew they're going to have the best offensive line. You know he had to be conservative. So you don't even pay attention to that. Just look at the talent and look how smart he was with the ball, and that's it.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy stat. You ready? For his entire college career, the dude was 27-1.
Yeah.
Third highest winning percentage.
Yeah.
In college football history.
He's not bad. He's really good. Like, I think, like I said, if he falls to Denver, good for them.
What was his one loss? Like the playoff game?
Pretty much.
Dude, it's a winner. That's just what it is.
Crazy.
I think Penn State, he might have lost to Penn State once, maybe. That's,
Well, I know they lost that one playoff game 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
But I don't think
overall, like, he's got.
He doesn't count those? Okay.
I don't have anything really bad, like, besides maybe
you can win, so there's that.
Like, he struggles with some of the stuff that he kind of like some of the throws he struggles like closer, like the outside edges usually, but not entirely like through the middle. Like, he's got good velocity behind that thing, man. He'll gun it to his tight ends. Like, if you have a tight end connected with this guy, he's gonna be that guy. Like, I would definitely like to have that tight end near him. So
I would love to see him with someone like Bowers. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what he would do?
Mm-hmm.
He would just, tear it up.
Yeah.
Is there any way he drops out of the first round? Do you guys see? Anyway.
No.
I don't think so now, as of lately, no.
I think his trajectory at this point is just up. I think right now he's 12th at the lowest, because I think if he's there, Broncos do not pass on him. But if his combine and his pro day go crazy good, he might.
Does he throw at the combine?
We'll have to see. That's true. But I know his pro day, he'll definitely show up.
Oh, his pro day. I think he's going to have one of those pro days that are going to be epic. People are going to write home about. People are going to be calling.
Sometimes.
Like, did you see this dude?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I think McCarthy will throw at the combine. I think he throws at the combine to get himself in the top 3. Like, this could happen. We've seen this before. Look at Anthony Richardson. We knew Anthony Richardson was good. Once he got to the combine, where'd he go? From 5th rank to damn 3rd? 2nd?
It's like, we knew he was fast. We didn't know he was that fast. We knew he was good. We didn't know he was this good. We knew he was big. We didn't know he was that big.
Might sneak his way onto the Patriots roster.
This is what I was going with. That's exactly what I was thinking.
He might sneak his way even onto the Washington's roster.
I'll take JJ over Drake May any day of the week.
I think Jaden Daniels is the only reason why you don't take JJ. If Jaden Daniels has a good pro day at LSU with the accuracy that he has, and the tight throws that he has, I don't know if you go him, but I could see JJ jumping Drake May, which I know is blasphemy. I know it, but what if it's a Justin Fields type of thing? Justin Fields was number 2 all year, all the time, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you got drafted. He's the 4th or 5th quarterback taken. What if that happens to Drake May? Because JJ just comes in.
I heard people were saying Drake May could have as big a fall as like Will Levis did last year.
Can you not see it? Or if he's Aaron Rodgers, Drake May's Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fall into the end of the first round, because it's just you looking at these other guys and there's a lot of talent. There might be more talented than he is.
I think
JJ is that dude. that
all
can
this hate
really
for
change
Drake
his
May.
whole draft.
Like Drake May isn't that bad.
I'm not saying he's that bad, but it's like, I don't know. JJ can win. Like, I know he didn't have to shoulder a lot of the responsibility for those wins. I get it. But he also didn't lose the games either.
The key thing is what I heard you say was you wanted JJ over Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he can win. I don't know.
He's a winner.
What did Drake May do?
He's really good, man. I like.
They both have accuracy.
Like, if you're based off of last year's stats,
no,
Drake May
is your prototypical size for pocket passer. 6'4", 2.
I'm okay with Drake May,
but so is JJ though. I mean, JJ is 6'3".
Between the two,
he's only 202 though.
I would take Drake May.
Yeah, 202.
And it's not by much. Like, am I gonna get angry that JJ or Drake May went before one or the other, but then the next drafted pick was the other one? No, because I think they're that close. But in my opinion,
he'd probably jump for joy if this happened.
If Drake May went to the Falcons,
and they would do really well.
Would be better than the crap I have now, Anthony. Let's think about this.
Well, here's the thing I saw about Drake May. Drake May, his drop back is really good. He can, if he goes to a great offensive mind, they can take him and mold him into one of those Justin Herbert type of guys. Drake May has Justin Herbert all written all over him. He does. But he has those things.
He's not going to find that in Washington, though.
He needs to go somewhere that has talent, that has a lot of talent. Washington has a lot of talent, but can they block for him? And if they don't block for him, he turns into Justin Herbert on the Chargers.
Next week, we're talking about Drake May and Caleb Williams. Okay. And I'm hoping next week
here for the second half of the
say what?
He said, I'll be here for the
Caleb Williams part. I'm just joking.
I'm hoping next week Mark realizes what Drake May is. Drake May hasn't had weapons in 2 seasons. They took them all. They took them all.
Washington don't block for no UNC players.
Wow.
Ain't that the truth, man?
Wow.
Ain't that the truth?
So you gotta realize that Drake May hasn't really had that many weapons in the last year or two. They took them all in 2022, 2021. Like they took like his receivers, his running backs, all of them. So we'll talk about him next week. I think honestly, Mark, if Drake May ended up with the Commanders, I honestly think you'll like him. I think eventually you'll warm up to him because I've said this even to Brian before. I'm like, no, I think you're wrong about this guy and I think you'll like him. And sure enough, he's over here. I love Tank Dale. Tank Dale's the man. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, it doesn't help.
No. I love CJ Stroud. I always love CJ Stroud.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm hoping next week you get a better look at him. But right now we're on JJ McCarthy. And JJ McCarthy, if he slides all the way to Denver, I think he's going to be a very perfect fit for them.
Yeah, I think that's a great place for him. I think
Denver's a great place. You see JJ as like a taller Drew Brees.
Yeah. Exactly.
Accuracy.
Exactly. I saw Drew Brees play with my own eyes at when he was at Purdue. I've seen him like throw with accuracy, have poise in the pocket, and that's the same thing you see when you see JJ.
Mm-hmm.
Poise in the pocket, throwing the ball accuracy, thin the ball in the middle of the field. But when you talk about on edge, he doesn't throw the ball great on the edge of the field. And that's why I would say Drake May is better than JJ because of that. But JJ has talent everywhere. I mean, and
JJ's better than Matt Corral, who I liked a couple years ago.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things that